Okay, I'm going to go through my test that I've taken, and basically it's been a while since I did decimal to hexadecimal or octal conversions. So, okay, this symbol here, 0 to 0 prefix, means that it should be denoted as octal. And the reason how I determined that, because usually you put like little o here, so that reveals the octal thing. As far as conversion, I think you should divide 10 by 8 and do the remainder, and then go from most significant beat to least significant beat, as far as I remember. In other words, you go from bottom to top. So I'm not sure how that works, but the answer is 8, and 77 converts to 63. So that's that. If you want to find out more, just do some research. Here's the problem with code. This line here gives us infinite loop because basically because it's supposed to be indented. If this would be indented, it would have given us 3. But since it's not indented, it becomes part of the function instead of the while loop, because in Python we have indent issue. It's all about indent. And here it explains, okay? Try it yourself, blah, 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 explanation, indentation. Increment num needs to be inside the while loop, so num will never be more than 0, which will never be false and causes the infinite loop. There you go, right here. Okay, next. Data aggregates. Here we have 0. We have a list. This is index 0, 1, 2. Okay. So we insert 1 before 0 at index 0, which is right here, and we wind up with basically it explains here, we wind up with this after this happens. And if we print x here, and it's gonna give us this, and then we delete x at the index 1 right here, right here. So we delete index 1, we wind up with 1, 1, 2, and then print the sum of x, x referring to this list. And when we print the list, it will become number 4, because it will basically give us the sum of 1 plus 1 plus 2. So that's 4. Okay, here they have the explanation. Let's go to the next one. So what is the expected output of the following code? So we have list 1, we have list 2. Here we make modification to list 1 at the index 0. And since we make modification, here is list 2 equals to list 1, which is 1, 3. Then we make modification at the index 0 equals 4. What does explanation tell us? Here's a list 0 at the index 4, please list 2. So basically this 4 is another way of replacing this 1 with 4 at the index 0 right here. Same thing right here happens when you equate 4, and that means it will be replacing 0 at the index 0 here. So when you print it says it's the same number, print list 2, which becomes list 1, and list 1, since this one is going to change list 1 to 4, and then it goes back here and it executes from top to bottom. Then you print list 2, it comes to 4 3 because of the 1 being replaced with 4, and this is the right answer. Okay. Question number 5. You want to write a code snippet to read total data from the text file and print it to the monitor. What snippet would you use to, so basically we have multiple choice here, 1 2 3 4 choices. So from what I remember, from what I learned, if you want to read the whole thing from the file, you just read file.read, and we will try, and file open, we open this file here, you'll want to read, and we insert data equals, we store it in the data variable, whatever is in the file, and then we print data. Okay, and then an exception would be print something went wrong for whatever reason. Here's explanation. Explanation for explanation. Here's like explanation topics, open, read, try, accept. You have to run this code. 5%, let's see. Walter text W, which is going to write to the file as F for the file, then F write text, try this, something went wrong. So read method is the right choice here. It reads the whole contents of the file. Like I said, to read everything in the file you have to use read, not read line or read lines or load, no. So there you go. Okay.